We're
Hello!
back.
Are we though?
Hello.
Back bullshit.
But what if we're front?
Kind of, yeah, I'll think of one.
I am off center. That is my answer, and I'm sticking with it.
I thought you had the brain cell.
I thought you meant the reactive, and I was like, wait, what? I already broke something.
My bad, no.
Alright. Hello everyone. Back for the second part of Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor. How y'all doing?
We good? We out here?
We made it. I saw people slit other people's throats the other day.
Just be glad it wasn't yours.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have been mine. It would have been everyone else's. I was getting ice cream.
Just saying. When do you see Cell's words played off as having morals?
Pirate code?
Professional courtesy. What's the hierarchy of like courtesy to sellsword like title? So like sellswords have nothing. Mercenaries have a little bit more than that. Veterans have more than that. Professionals are at the top with the most courtesy. Is that how it goes?
Hitman?
Not quite the same.
I feel like it's about the same as like the Pirates of the Caribbean morals, where they were like, we're pirates, but we have a code at least.
More like guidelines than actual rules.
Yeah.
Y'all are lucky you didn't run into pirates on your way to Waterdeep.
But then we'd have a free boat.
I mean, you don't know who had that boat initially.
But then
Then
we'll
it's our
have
boat
a
no matter what.
free boat.
See, this is why we don't do pirates in D&D.
It's my boat now.
But yeah, like the two rogues say, but then we have a free boat.
Ship shows up with crew of 15, all with jobs needed to run boat. Killed by party of 5. Party of 5. We can drive this.
CG,
I mean,
you say this as though I am not contemplating Saltmarsh.
we didn't say we were gonna kill him. We just said we have a free boat.
Right. But I think we should probably go ahead and get started. At the very least, let's get started with some shilling. I've been doing dice declares, and this is a good opportunity for me to find out where the hell my dice got off to. Aha.
They abandon you.
Nah, they're hiding because they're playful like that. The dice declareth. The dice declareth that Bun go.
Why? It is me, the Bun, also known as the FlusteredBun on the interwebs. You can find me on my Ko-Fi under that same name, and on my Blue Sky where I post most of my stuff. I do have a YouTube where I sometimes post speed paints, but I have to edit those videos. I have so many, I'm sorry. You can also find me on TikTok under the same name of FlusteredBun, where I post most of my dice stuff, and occasionally a sketch work in progress of something I'm working on. You can also find me next Tuesday for Rascals and Ravnica. I almost said Candlekeep, but that's where we are now. Well, we're in Waterdeep, but And Chucklefucks is on hiatus again. Things happen in life. Yeah. You think that's it for me? Yes.
Very well. Dice declare. The dice declare that I go.
Get fucked.
I guess so. Hello, I'm the CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media. But you can find me on various Good Beans D&D channels, such as previously mentioned Farting Tart for the Rascals and Ravnica every other Tuesday, as well as, well, the next 2 Sundays.
I
I have
cried.
feelings. Mm.
Aww.
But you can also find me on Burnout Vaughn's channel for Saved by the Spell. Not this upcoming Saved by the Spell, though. See, CG did a little of a fucky wucky and accidentally scheduled the next Candlekeep for the 31st, which is a Saved by the Spell day. So I had to, after much talk and much discussion with my group, we elected to just knock the entirety of Lore of LaRue, the next one, out in one major mega session on the 31st.
Big session.
Yeah, big session. It will. We're not currently sure if it's being streamed or not. If it is, it's going to be on twitch.tv/Haze is my name, who will be the one streaming if we do the streaming. But that's more or less it for me. The dice declare. The dice declare that wand goes.
I am one. I play Libra for the entirety of Candlekeep. I just kind of linger. I don't really stream, do anything of that. So you can catch me on the next Candlekeep that I am a part of. Name escapes me at the top of my head. It's been a long day. But yeah, it's all right. Yeah, no, I'm just excited to continue and finish off. We gotta help out poor Sarah. Anyways, off to the next person.
The dice declare. The dice declare that Wiley goes.
You can find me right here. Every Mondays I play randomizers. Primarily Zelda. Maybe more Castlevania, now that I've started trying Harmony of Dissonance. Brain, think. You can also find me in Rascals and Ravnica and Saved by the Spell. Every other Sunday, Helixux and I do co-op randomizers. You can find my music on YouTube and Ko-Fi. Missions are open. I'm also on Blue Sky at Wily Willy. Oh, and I play Honse Olo.
Interesting name, that.
Yes. Totally original.
Yes. Wiley has never done a name with a double meaning before, or a reference of some sort.
Never.
Ever.
He would never do that.
Oh. Dice declare. All right. Zai.
Why, hello there. I'm Xaimi. You can find me here and on Instagram at Xaimisyte and basically Blue Sky and all those other good things, YouTube at Xaimi or Xaiminess. Tuesdays playing Final Fantasy X. We farmed for different materials a couple days ago, which was nice. I think I only have to fight that creature like 2 more times, and then after that, it's back to Fortune Sphere hunting. We're getting there, chat. We'll beat Penance. I promise. We're getting there. We're closer to beating Penance than we were ever close to beating Minerva. I stand on that. Anyway, next week is when we're gonna try to beat the hell difficulty of Onimusha 2 Remastered. Onimusha 2 is a very easy Onimusha game. Hell mode, the developers haven't even beaten yet. I'm gonna let that one sink in. And then Friday, so I heard that we're getting Street Fighter 6 stuff in my Monster Hunters. I'm a raging demon, a fucking Arkveld. So fucking help me. It's gonna happen. But yeah, so Fistful of Friday will probably be either Monster Hunter or Street Fighter 6 because I mean they made sandwich. They put Street Fighter 6 in my Hunt Monster game. And yeah, that's me. Sen is the last person, right?
Yes.
Sen, it you.
CG, when your Sundays open up, I want you to make me a promise.
Huh?
Don't immediately join another campaign. You have too many. Stop. Get some help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can guarantee you I'm not joining another campaign on Sundays.
Things are happening.
Because he already has.
Correct.
Yeah, technically not wrong.
The best kind of not
I
wrong.
can be found at twitch.tv/Sensuna84 where I stream whenever I want to.
Whenever.
But enough talk. Take it, Cardboard Hazza.
Hi, I'm Haza.
I'm Hansa. We installed speakers. He now speaks in stereo.
Oh God, no!
But I do believe that that brings us to the recap. Who would like to recap for inspiration for this episode only? Come now, don't be shy.
I already have inspiration.
I'm looking at two sets of notes. 1 second.
Wait, does it carry over across sessions?
No,
He said for this session only.
Inspiration does not cross over between between sessions and.
Can I
one-shots.
give bad summary?
Oh, I should have used the last ones then. Whoops.
Will giving a bad summary still get Sin inspiration if it's bad enough?
It got me one. I read bullet points.
In the meantime, I shall listen. We shall enjoy some spoilers. We'll enjoy some Bravely Default or Bravely Second music.
Huh?
It reminds me of the theme from a stage in Klonoa, so I'm like, oh, wait, this isn't that.
Gotta go cut my fucking
We found a
program.
20-something's bad fan fiction about life in a palatial estate. Then the undead 20-something came out. She didn't say much. We decided we should go on an adventure to avenge the 20-something undead ghost girl and gathered the gang together. We went to Waterdeep based on some of her entries. We found her not quite boyfriend who still carried to torch for her, found out her boss might be a colossal asshole, and ran into a jerk in a fancy hat. Spoiler, the jerk in a fancy hat is not Maxim. Thus, we tried to gather dirt of the fancy hat guy but ended up facing off against his henchman. He is apparently a bad boss because the henchmen turned on each other and the survivors noped their way out. What appears to be a cultist situation. We left off with us having directions to a city where we might find the Ghost Girl's former boss. And that's where we return.
All right. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration. That was hardly a bad summary.
It was actually a pretty good summary. It was a hilarious summary, actually. 20-something-year-old's bad fan fiction. It's not technically wrong.
So, we pick up where we left off. The mercenaries that were hired by Farrell have departed at this point, giving you the probably most chilling clue that you've received thus far. The insignia of the tongue with an eye on it, wreathed in frames. This juncture, you have an idea of where Lord Vialis, the one who was the boss of Farrell, where he might be held up. What do you want to do, gang?
Did it look like Farrell knew the jig was up and that's why he left? Or like something else?
That's a great question.
Because I imagine that would affect what we do.
I don't suppose it's too late for an insight.
Unfortunately, that would be correct. You will simply have to draw conclusions based on the information as presented.
Well, either way, we should go to the green hearse, right? Is that what I Heard.
That's the name of the town, yes.
Can I ask something about him leaving?
Sure.
How fast did he leave by carriage?
Well, he's currently gone. The carriage did speed out of there. While the combats didn't exactly take time, the conversation and everything that unfolded afterwards did take probably about 5 to 10 minutes. So, at this juncture, with a horse pulling a carriage, he's wherever he's gone, he's quite a fair bit away at this juncture.
Then, on that note, I'd imagine we should probably figure out where Greenhurst is map-wise
Yeah,
And-
that's a good idea.
and pursue.
Because
Go
we
asking
know
for
it's on the
directions.
countryside. Yeah, we know it's on the countryside, but that's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
survival rolling.
Who was it that was grabbing lilacs, by the way? Because I can't remember. Someone was grabbing lilacs.
Was Libra.
Okay.
Yeah, Libra wanted to grab some. Too early with the grave.
Roger.
There you go.
All
Back
right.
to my notes. I know what's going on now.
So I have the map that was given
Oh.
to us before. Anything I would need to roll to see if Greenhurst is on that map that we got when we were with Tormund?
Sure. Go ahead and so. You know what? In this particular instance, I would say hold on to that for later.
So I just, like I said, I reopened my notes. I don't think we ever rolled on the insignia on their coat. The insignia on their coats, did we?
Nope.
What would that be, friend?
Arcana or religion?
You'd think as a cleric I'd have either of those, but
I still don't get why you don't get religion. Hey, actually,
Arcana.
no. Fuck that. You should have that.
yeah, I really
This is an open check, right?
It is an open check.
Oh, for Arcana? Okay.
Yeah,
or
Arcana or religion of your choice.
Well,
That being said,
21. Still good.
I am actually checking something because if I remember correctly, I believe there was something
That's a
in
2.
2024
Thanks,
that
Taylor.
lets you use wisdom for religion.
Oh, that would be really fucking nice.
That would be very
gonna do
logical and should be default. Should have been a thing in the
Oh.
regular.
I will roll this, but I have a hunch this won't go well. I'm doing it for the lulz at this point.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's about right. A 7.
Let's see. First, let me take a look. 21, 27. Is that with advantage? 2, 11, 7. Yeah. So, could you bring up? I believe you took Twilight Cleric. Let me double check your sheet because there is something that lets you add to Arcana or Religion equal to your Wisdom for clerics. Just a standard now.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Because they just put it in as a class ability. That and I think Sorcerer.
Yeah, they did that for a few of them. It's called It's called
Thaumaturge.
Divine Order.
Church.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pick between martial or
Addition your
knowledge.
mystical-
Ah, that's neat, actually.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yes, as an addition, your mystical connection divines to the divine gives you a bonus to your intelligence, arcana, or religion checks. The bonus equals your wisdom modifier. I should have checked that,
let me-
but I didn't.
It's actually already factored in as I'm looking at your sheet. So, yeah, it's factored in. Okay. Well, hey, that's why we're experimenting. Anyways, so onto the check. Those with anything below an 18, you have no clue what this is. You've never heard of anything like this. $18 and above. You have heard rumblings of something passing here and there. Something called the sect of the burnt tongue. Though you have no proof that this might be those individuals, the nomenclature and insignia shown before you seem to indicate it.
Like fantastic people.
Other than the name, though, you know very little about what it is. They are whispers upon whispers on the wind. But at the very least, you have a name to this insignia, potentially. Which begs the question, where are they? What are they up to? What are those scamps doing?
Going. Shenanigans are they getting into? Well, okay, we kind of know where to go now. How are we getting there? I mean, I'm assuming on foot, but like, do we want to get horses? Can we afford horses?
I think whether or not we're oh whoops. I think whether or not we're going on foot is dependent on how far we have to go.
Does anybody know how far we have to go? Or are we gonna go back to asking people like we did last time?
Actually, we're in the tanner's place, right?
You are nearby.
Hmm.
The tanner stepped out a minute to, dispose of the bodies on the streets.
Oh, thanks, man.
There was a discussion between him and the veterans as they were leaving. You can wait for him to come back if you'd like.
Is it too late to perception check that conversation, or is not as?
Oh no, that happened a while ago.
Oh, okay. I understand timeline now. That was eepy.
We might want to see if we can find out how far off Greenhurst actually is. And then we can decide what we're going to do about transportation.
Or if we're going on foot, Which I'm anticipating that's what it's gonna be.
Quite possible, but first we have to figure out how long it's gonna take to get there.
Let's go then.
We'll
Right.
look for the tavern or place that would give info.
All right. So you're going to look just kind of around the city then.
Ask for directions, yeah. Like tourists.
Okie dokie. Go ahead
Yeah,
and.
like Taurus.
Hold.
Oh,
Because you did
Holding.
ask me to wait on my
CG.
map.
Yes.
stop. Why did I stop moving when you said hold?
I cast first level.
Would
hold
I
one.
know anyone in taverns as a travelling performer who has been here?
So Maximus would not know anyone like by name. However, Maximus's reputation is known. If you would like to go to a tavern to acquire information, I will give you advantage on your charisma check, whatever it be. So, if you all have proficiency in persuasion, you may roll that. Otherwise, you may roll a flat charisma to kind of get people to open up to you enough to give you directions.
Persuasion, you say 23. Okay.
Awesome.
That's the save, buddy.
Oh my god, that is
I mean,
No.
it's a check. It is a check, though.
13 still not bad.
Yeah.
I wasted my 1 nat
18?
20.
There you go.
Hey!
How
Hey.
appropriate.
I'm not good at
Roll a
telling the truth.
Oh,
You're on a
no.
+8.
You rolled a 10, I'm sorry.
Maximus. You all spread out a little bit, kind of. You don't go too far from another. You don't want to get jumped again. Maximus, you have a few contacts in the area. There's a well-known inn called the Yawning Portal that you have performed in a few times. You make your way on over and you talk to the bartender who acknowledges you, recognizes you for actually pretty substantially, which is something considering the Yawning Portal is a very famous tavern up the entirety of the Sword Coast. Goes through a lot of entertainers. The fact that he remembers you by name means quite a fair bit for your reputation. You take a little bit of pride in that. But easy enough, since you are just asking for direction, the bartender directs you out. It's up to the northeast. Probably about a day's travel from the, northeastern exit to the city. This is on foot as well.
I thank the bartender and appear to leave 2 gold as tip. With a flick of my wrist, it turns into 5 gold coins.
The bartender, gives a courteous thank you and then sees it turn to 5 and gives an empathetic thank you as you leave with your information in tow. So, with an idea of where to go. Oh, I'll hold off.
I move to the rejoin the others and relay the message and how far the city is.
With your map provided earlier, you are able to accurately route your way. You do not need to make survival checks to exit the city.
It's like we're gamers or something.
Look at the 5 heads going on here.
What the fuck?
So, unless anyone else has any immediate business, Greenhurst seems to be your next objective.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Let's get moving. They're on carriage.
Yeah.
We are not.
Yeah. We need to move.
All right.
Just make sure to mind the roads. We were given quite the warning.
Very well. The journey out of Waterdeep is not nearly as interesting as the previous scuffle that you barely avoided. But you do get accosted every once in a while by individuals begging for a copper piece. A few of you even consider giving some of the money away before noting the rags that they are carrying cover a rather nice looking set of leather armor and promptly skedaddle before getting drawn into whatever that hot mess could have been. But as you make your way out of town, making your way toward the small village of Greenfast in the countryside, the warning given, you keep eyes out as you travel along. After about a half day's travel, you come to what appears to be a long stretch of plain. Seems a particularly unnoteworthy section. However, as you're passing through, I'd like everyone but Honse to roll a perception check.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna try to jinx this. Just hope.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Cam, you will also be excluded from this.
Thank you.
That's a 6.
That's okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, this
Plus
makes
5
sense.
so far.
This is the right person anyways.
She put her glasses on.
She finally found him? Oh, thank God.
Libra,
After last episode. Yes.
as you begin to travel through this section of open plain, just there's a strange tickle in the back of your brain. Something's not quite right. Something magical is afoot.
Her eyes sparkle with glee. And visibly she gets started up a little. Kind of clicks her heels together. Gives a little clap. Out comes Professor Bookmark, and very near to her, she'll already pull out her spell book, which will seem to kind of hover, and resting on the page seems to be... You could mistake it for a ghost or a pixie very easily. It's quite small. Margaret? Professor Bookmark? Magical adventures afoot.
Woohoo!
Magic where?
Ooh. Definitely a pound. Something in the area. Not. It feels magical. You know, when you're. How should I describe it? It's once you get a taste of magic, you kind of know. You can sense when it's spell or something's abound. We should probably keep an eye out.
Understood. We'll keep an eye out. I don't know how
Roger
she
that.
senses magic.
Sitara grumbling. Alright. At this juncture, now that everyone has been alerted, go ahead and roll me another perception or arcana, whichever is higher for you.
All of us this time?
For
all of you.
everyone. So okay. And because I already know something's magical is up.
Oh, God.
Guidance for the D4 and Arcana.
Good old reliable talent, huh?
Yeah.
I want to point out, I got the same exact roll twice in a row. Roll 20's on some bullshit.
Boom.
Wait, on both
Uh-uh.
sides?
16s twice in a row.
What the heck? Technically four
So-
times in a row.
With the casting of Detect Magic, Sitara, you supersede the need for a check. Everyone else, you do manage to meet the DC. As you continue to make your way through this long stretch of plains, you do notice what appears to be signs of a small scuffle and a part of the road coming up, part where there's a bit of a bend and a bit of a hill. The Detect Magic, however, picks up the whiff of illusion nearby. And as with the combined effort of everyone, you are able to identify what appears to be a section of the plains currently shielded by a cast of Major Image.
Mm.
Poking into the illusion, you uncover what appears to be a staging point. Not a much of one, given the lack of cover. Just like a small ditch. But in this ditch contains a bevy of tools, bevy of nets, what appear to be like concoctions in jars, spare weapons. But they appear to be abandoned at this point. No one to watch over them.
Weird.
I'm sorry, was that weapons that I heard?
Nets and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I now have to make the decision of being a good person or a not so good person.
You have to make that decision?
It'd be a shame if just all of it goes in the bag.
Oh man, it's a shame if this went missing.
I mean, someone went through all of the trouble of hiding it.
Well, there was an illusion over all of this, so like, maybe it's a trap.
They are indeed up to no good out here.
You know what?
This is a very weird thing to specifically have covered up by an illusion.
Does
Not
it look
really.
like it-
No.
Does it look like it's laid out in a manner where it's supposed to catch someone? Like if you were to lay a net out to like grab somebody up? Or does it look like it was hastily left and someone plans to come back for it?
Hard to say.
CG.
What?
Yes.
Is this a well-traveled road? I.e., does it see traffic?
Not much, but you do detect the occasional footprint in the dirt.
You might hide the cargo if you are ambushing a trade wagon and want to get out of sight quickly.
You know what? That's a fair point. So how about this then? Opens up map, marks on the map where that was, folds map up.
Yeah, that's smart.
We have more pressing matters, right? So
Yeah.
how about if it's there when we come back, we can consider that as a cherry on top.
Like, this is the only thing I sense magic from, correct? Was the illusion around the area?
Yep.
Okay. And I don't sense any more magic anywhere on it, so if it is trapped, like I'm paranoid, then it's probably a regular one. Or it's not trapped and someone just had to drop these off somewhere and leave it run off because they're being followed. Weird though. How far away from, hold on, let me try and put my words together, Weller. How far away from our destination are we from this spot? There we go.
You are about halfway.
Okay. I guess we move along, guys.
That's fine by me. Cam marked it on the map so that they can find it later, if it's there later.
Very well.
Maximus nods.
You all continue making your way down the road. It's not too much long after you have to bunk down for the night, but I'm not going to have you roll to keep an eye out at this juncture, as all of you, aware of the potential dangers, set up a watch, and fortunately the night is calm and passes you by. You wake up the next morning, continue on making your way into Greenfast late into the morning. Let's get some different music.
Eee.
Yeah, this will do. And let's go to the map.
Whoa. Oh. Map-chan.
The first sign of the town as you approach is the river that appears to be passing through it and separating it. The village is very small. Only a couple of buildings, but certainly enough to provide a place to put your feet up along the road. A nice breadth of the countryside compared to Waterdeep. You can see many different buildings nearby. Some of you remembering the time that you had in Vermelon find it a refreshing change to actually see people wandering about the town that you're in. But you have made your way to Greenfest. What do you do?
Given the time that we spent in Vermelon, just casually, Cam would like to look for the most, I don't know, uppity looking building, kind of like someone of importance might live there, of a political variety.
Well, there are a few potential candidates you see for that. There's this long building in the center of town. It seems to be well kept compared to the others, but nothing particularly regal. You see a section of the town that is on an upper hill. There appear to be two buildings there. One looking like more of a homestead, but a bit more well put together, as well as one that has what appears to be some sort of hedge around it. You also see on the far side of town, closer to the longer building, what appears to be what appears to be an inn of some sort, right over here. As you begin to kind of gather your bearings, you see a man currently walking an ox through a field as it plows, kind of lifting up and looking on over at the individuals that have just entered into the town. And outside of the strange appearances of the individuals in question, he simply goes back to work, occasionally looking up to just make a note of what you're doing.
Will give a gentle nod of kind of like a greeting of sorts and casually mosey on along that little path, or the wider path, I guess I should say.
All right. Feel free to move your tokens as you see fit.
River, I think.
Cam falls in the river.
No,
I didn't know that was a river. I thought that was a road.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Cam casts Water Walk.
And then without a swim speed. Well, fuck. If it looks like I'm approaching
CG.
someone's home.
I think I disappeared.
You sure did. Oh, there you are. You were under Libra, apparently.
Correct.
I found him, guys. Go ahead.
Trying to make a point to be slightly up front or behind, depending on where the other people with the good perception are. So
CG.
if Maximus and Hans are up front,
I
I'll
think
stay behind.
yeah.
I am going to pause for a moment and take off my cloak.
Okay.
I give it a few shakes. It has somehow shifted from gaudy and flamboyant to looking somewhat regal and well-to-do.
Ah, okay.
Dumb, useful, magical item.
Yeah.
You see Maximus, with a shaking of their cloak, go from more of a showman look to a bit more noble in features. It complements the attire in a different way.
Well, at least one of us will kind of fit in. Oh, Jesus Christ, Honse is all the way up there.
70 movement speed.
But you know,
Honse will be actively listening to everything.
I want to make like perception checks.
Okay.
Bringing up the rear
Where is the tavern
intentionally.
again?
The inn appears to be this spot.
Got this.
The other buildings, you are unable to piece out exactly their point and purpose.
Does
Says
the
I.
big one look like?
Yes.
I was just asking what you were gonna say.
Was just saying that I'm purposefully bringing up the rear as far as just trying to keep an eye out or perceive things from behind.
Very well. So, Honse, what are you trying to do here?
I was asking, does this building look like? Biggest one.
The building in front of you appears to be a pretty well, as previously established, pretty well put together. It is almost like a ranch-style home with a rather impressive set of lumber holding it aloft. You do notice that the front door has a knocker attached to it. There doesn't appear to be anything particularly gaudy or noteworthy about the house, other than the fact that it appears to be in the center of town and appears to be well kept.
Taken none of these other houses are gaudy at all.
Of the ones that you've looked at, no.
He'll continue his walk then,
All right.
till he sees something out of place.
Very well.
As
Half of
we
us, do
Oh,
half of
whoops,
us want to
sorry.
go with Honse and the other half with Maximus?
Ponce is not slowing down, so that's gonna be hard.
I
Oh,
have
this
other
is-
plans here.
This is me asking above game, like, while this is going on.
So, on mentioning of
You know
an
the
inn,
first rule of being a showman? Sometimes, it isn't about going to the crowds. It is about bringing them to you. Instead of looking for this man, perhaps we should allow him to find us.
I rather agree with that. Honestly, given that one of these looked like an inn of sorts, I was going to poke my nose in there. See what the townsfolk give up.
Why did that sound vaguely threatening?
See what they give up, like their lives.
I mean, by now you can probably always tell that there's some degree of like slyness to what Cam says. Not necessarily malintent, just double meaning.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
As I approach the inn, I give my cloak another shake. CG, are you familiar with Libra?
Not a clue.
Poor Sitara trying to keep up with Honse.
Think the most flamboyant possible stage musician possible.
Understood.
Now times that by 5. That's my cloak right now.
Jesus.
With that, Maximus is going to head into the inn.
You mean he's going to head in?
Womp womp.
To the inn.
As you head inside to the inn, you have traveled all over and you have seen many different kinds of inns as you travel. Most of them you've played in. This is not one of them. And as you enter inside, you get the sense that this is one that you would probably never perform in. As the inn that you step into is, well, doesn't even look like it has enough room to be considered a restaurant. It has about a table and a half and a small section where one man is currently flipping through some books. This is not a lot of foot traffic type inn. This is, for lack of a better term, closer to a flop house. There's no stage or anything for you to perform in. There's an upstairs, but based on the size of the building, there can't be more than 2-3 rooms total, and that's probably including the rooms set aside for the proprietor as well. At this juncture, other than the individual seated in the corner, you don't spy anyone else currently inside.
This doesn't deter Maximus as he throws on the charm upon entering the inn. Good day, he loudly declares to no one in particular.
See the man seated at the in the corner just looks up and goes, "What? Hey? Welcome. You're looking for a room for the night?
That and more, my good friend. Much, much more.
Ugh. You're certainly dressed all... You're certainly all gussied up for this little corner of the Sword Coast.
I was on my way toward Waterdeep, but wanted to stop for the day before making my way into town. I have a big show planned in the Yawning Portal in the next few days.
Yawning Portal. Oh, we get occasional visitors headed that way. So you're whatchamacallit, you're a performer? Bard? Maybe? You don't look like you've got anything on you.
Looks can be deceiving. Maximus is going to make a quick gesture and a coin will appear in his hand.
Ooh. With a natural 20 on the sleight of hand. There's no way that this guy can possibly make that. Even if he got a nat 20, he would still lose on that. So, as this gentleman is, just for confirmation, the hand is in the coin is in Maximus's hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. The individual looks to you, goes, "Whoa! You didn't just turn gold out of thin air. Why, make for a heck of a way to make some cash. Sure. You got an act planned out? You got some space in the back for performances."
I was thinking I could put something together if we could work something out. I know this place isn't the biggest, but perhaps a traveling performer could be enough to bring in a decent crowd from T. Own for the night.
Old man gets up. He doesn't have a cane, but you do hear a solid crack of bone as he stands up as something realigns itself. Here, follow me. And he kind of gestures you outside, and while the building itself doesn't look big in the slightest, as you come around behind the back, you see an assortment of tables and like lights strung up around. It's clear that the building itself isn't the main focus point, as the outside has this sprawling area more designed for entertainment, eating, the like. As you have arrived in the morning, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people here, but there does seem to be like a few individuals kind of mulling about. Perhaps they went a little too heavily into the spirits last night and haven't exactly left yet, but
Above game, I am thinking the setup for Bilbo's party in Fellowship of the Ring. Kinda accurate.
I'm not familiar enough with Lord of the Rings to give a yay or nay on that one, I'm afraid. I watched the trilogy once, and I was like, this was good. And then it just never really imprinted itself.
And you call yourself a nerd?
I'm allowed to like other
Liar.
nerd things.
Maximus nods as he assesses the space. This will do indeed. Yes, yes. Now, the only thing that we need is to get the word out.
If you're looking to put on a performance here, you and I should probably sort stuff out. Name's Fargo. People call me Old Fargo. That's because I don't give them my damn last name.
Oh, then I do enough for both of us, my friend. I am called Maximus, master of the mysterious mystical arts.
Old Fargo will go in for a handshake, and he goes, whoa, yeah, wasn't expecting you to shout that at me. That's, huh. I can't say I've rightly had one of your kind of performances around here. Usually I get the traveling, like, song and singer, but you're a magician, huh? Like a wizard?
Less of the bookish types. You know, the kid with the glasses who spend all their time with books and their familiars. No, my kind of music is designed to thrill audiences of all ages. Magic. Above game.
Yes.
Correcting myself, that's it.
Oh, okay. Reckon that'll bring in quite the show. Well, I can get the word out, but I'm not sure how many people are gonna come. You might be able to pay for your night for the evening, and maybe a few after that, but turnout's kinda low.
That's all I ask. It's about spreading word of mouth. Just ask next time you are in water deep. The crowds at the yawning portal know my name.
Fair enough, fair enough. And that's all right with you. He is going to start setting you up. So as he goes back in, he's going to start. He goes back inside, and you follow him along, and he starts kind of prepping something. You say that he starts working on what appears to be like this board. It seems to be something that he sets up every now and then, with a sheet of paper nailed to it. And he starts writing down, saying, "Tonight, Master of Magical Arts, Maximus." No, mysterious mystical arts, that's what it was. Well, I can go put this out front right now. And he brings you out front. Well, we'll see what we can bring in. And the two of you kind of go on the back, into the back, and you start sorting things out. Is it alright? Did you have more, or is it alright if we cut away from you?
Good to go.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything that they're doing at this juncture?
Snooping.
Lance would have gone all around the village and looked at every house.
Yeah.
Is he fast?
Alright, so it sounds like everyone's just kind of giving the place a once over then.
Yeah.
After keeping an eye out on some things, Cam probably, before walking away from the inn, seeing Hans come back, would have let them know that there wasn't really anything of note thus far, and that they're gonna go catch up to Sitara so that she's not by herself. They remember what happened last time.
The buddy system is go. It was so good last time, I might add.
Look, Look,
Not-
look,
not
we
only
got
that-
some light here. Damn it.
Not only that, Sitara probably noticed that. Cam probably noticed that Sitara did not come back with Honse.
Noted.
We'll start. I think we'll start with Honse and Libra, if that's all right.
Works for me.
Yeah, it works.
All right, Honse, Libra, perception checks as you travel about town.
$27.
Oh,
Hans sees better.
Honse sees more.
He's got two different kinds of eyes to see with, one human and one horse.
Whoa,
You can
Holy
see
shit, really?
faster.
more.
All right, there, warrior of the mind.
Nah.
As you begin to travel around the place, the thing that you notice most is traffic seems to be going into this building the most. Foot traffic, I see. And as you do, a couple of people go in, a couple of people come out. It definitely seems to be a hub for this town. Of what, you're not entirely sure. But you do see that after they go inside, they make their way to the back of the house where there appears to be a woman currently tending a small garden. Make of this information as you will.
As he heads up, the part of the meds kicked in, so I might be a little quiet for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Arm is relaxing though, at least that's important.
Good. Good. But yeah, Honse. Other than the foot traffic, nothing else really jumps out from this section of town. What would you and Libra like to do?
Probably let the others know nothing really stands out other than thinking about the main hub.
All right. So you
matter
would
where
like to
they
go
are.
back and meet up with the others.
Or I can do this. Pass message.
That
All right.
also works.
Yeah, it's not gonna reach. This place is not to scale. It's like
Oh,
1 foot is 50, basically.
I see.
You see horse too.
Yes.
You see horse.
I
Luckily,
mean,
Hans
see.
would have at least heard something from Cam before they walked off, so they'd probably expect that they'll come back eventually.
All right. But if you
And
guys
still,
are not
yeah.
going to, if you guys are going to remain put, we'll shift on over to Cam and Sitara. Now, you make your way to the building up at the top of this hill. What you see is a rather kind of impressive looking house. It's definitely well painted, and you can see bits of pedigree, as opposed to everything else that looks like a word I'm looking for. Not run down, but very homey, modest. Thank you. Yes, modest style set of buildings. This looks a bit more like a chateau, with a accompanying barn.
Is the barn? Just so I can vision it.
Barn.
correctly. Barn. Okay.
Chateau.
Is it a black chateau? Sorry, that's a Sly Cooper reference.
So,
Sitara would go over to the barn even after hearing Cam come up behind her.
Lord.
She is focused on something.
Barn stands in front of you. You can hear the sound of work on the inside.
Knock. She doesn't want to just go in. That would be rude when someone's working.
As the knock is rung out through the barn, you wait a little bit, and coming out the front is what appears to be a man, dwarven in nature, with a very unkempt beard. It's almost jagged, as it were, and accompanying him is a tall, thin human woman with a long blonde braid, and the two of them kind of look over to you. It's like, "Hey, what do you want?"
Serve you. We're just looking for this is me looking at my notes because my brain is fucking breaking, apparently. Oh god. A Lord Vialis, I think.
Hey, what are you looking for with the Lord?
Well, needed to speak with him. A friend of mine wanted to do a business contract, but his current worker wasn't a big fan of that, apparently. I didn't get all the details. So Sitara will shrug.
Alright, fair enough. Here, why don't you come inside? A couple of the others are working. I think they might know where the Lord is today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so go inside.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you go inside?
Okay.
oh no.
The woman at this point goes, "We've got someone here looking for Lord Vialis. Anyone know where he is today?" You see two other individuals kind of pop up. They appear to have been putting hay together. And they kind of come down and they approach you. Two more humans. Appear to be men, farmhands, you can probably guess, with a bit of a slight build to them. And goes, no, haven't seen him today. Who's asking? Oh, this stranger is all. Huh. Alright. Fair enough. Okay, good to know, good to know.
Thing. I'm gonna roll something to you specifically, CG.
Yes.
I might
Unless it-
also have to do that in a moment.
Hopefully it just goes to you, but we'll see. Doesn't seem like it did. It's roll 20 stupid, but
Roll 20 do be dumb.
20 do.
Okay, so insight 21.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
And while she's doing that, Sitara would be in the middle of sending a message to Cam telling her where she is, but you continue.
why don't you write
thank
out what
you.
that message is?
Well, like the message, the cantrip. So
Okay. Well, still, why don't you go ahead and send out what that message is?
it's just, I went out around the back. There's a barn here and some people just talking to them.
So, what you get is there's a barn around back talking to some as the one of the ones pulls out a pitchfork and then tries to attack you. What's your AC?
Hold on, I wasn't looking. 16.
Okay, goes wide. As we're gonna go into initiative.
There it is.
My girl. CG,
She's
is there
not very smart.
CG, quick question. Given what I sent you earlier, that's something Cam would have been actively doing while walking around, but there was something else they wanted to check for
Initiative from Sitara, please.
while that was happening.
Uh-huh.
Do they see specifically the carriage that Farrell rode away on as they're walking around this place, like going from the inn to where they are right now?
So as you were looking around, you did not spot it.
Okay.
Okay, so, I would like, Cam, if you would please roll me initiative as well.
Absolutely, especially if I actually did hear a scream.
Well, you heard it in your head because it was message.
Yeah,
yeah.
Message got interrupted.
Oh, fuck me, I forgot to click my token.
You heard the
That's fine. I'm not
noise.
That's fine. This isn't a
Combat.
no, this is very much theater of the mind at the moment.
Okay, so the message started and then immediately got cut off.
Yeah, it was just replaced by
At least you got a message this time.
Yeah.
If this space is just trees but not like
Why don't
thorn
we
fences?
Why don't we come back to you? Because
Gotcha.
it's not your turn in initiative.
Okay.
As the dwarf and the woman with the braid, they both pull out. What do they pull out? They both pull out short swords, and they're going to both take some swings on you. 16 is your AC.
Discord. Yes. Sorry.
Oh my god.
So, good news, bad news. The good news is, the dwarf completely whiffs. The bad news is that the blonde woman hit you once and then got you with a nat 20. Then... Oh. So you are going to take a grand total of 15 damage from their assault on you. Cam, it's now your turn. Each one of these squares is 50 feet.
Got it. Alright, so I can probably do me as a bonus action dash, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can dash and then use your bonus action to dash and then use your movement.
Gotcha. And so just to make sure I understand, when dashing, it's just essentially my movement that I already had normally, and then whatever is left is my regular movement, so it would be like, I think 30 and 30 it might be, or 35 and 35?
It
30
should
and 30,
be
yeah.
It should be 30, 30, 30 for a grand total of 90. For this purpose, I'll round up to 100.
Oh shit, nice. Okay, cool. So it doubles it the first time. Got it. Alright, so then if each one is 50, so then at the most I could get 2 squares up then, right?
You'll have to go around this way, as this is a raised structure. You would have to go all the way around, but you can cut through the forest down here.
Got you, because otherwise maybe I could have jumped, right? So then, measuring, that would be 50,
that would be 100. So essentially, right here would work, right?
Right here, right here, right here. Basically, yes.
If it's
Gonna
that
go
far,
here.
would message even work? Like 120.
If each square is 50, then
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
But
yeah, no.
we'll say it for theater of the mind. We'll just move past it.
Open window in the bar.
Yeah. Speaking of turns, however, as that is all 3 of your actions, Sitara, it's now your turn. You are currently surrounded by 4 individuals.
Me.
All right, calm emotions.
Charisma saving throws. You're looking for 14.
That's failure, failure, failure. Oh my goodness, something other than a 6 or a 9. Still a failure, though.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so everyone calms down. They are still brandishing weapons at you, however.
Yeah. It is concentration. Okay. After that, I need to look at something real quick. Okay. This whole thing that's going on, I understand. It's your fucking job or whatever, but I have a job here to do as well. And I'm tired. I have a ghost to figure out. Tell me what y'all are hiding, and I won't have to get you all killed. And your bodies will never be found.
That's concerning. Did they mention a ghost? Wow, a ghost. That's startling. Is it, though? No, not really.
This is your one chance to tell me what's going on.
Do they think they're intimidating? I don't know. Do you feel intimidated? I can't feel
I don't
much of
know.
anything right now.
Can I roll? Oh god. That is me choking on my own saliva. I mean, that's what I'm using my whole turn for.
All right.
Than, you know, brandishing my quarterstaff, but
So currently, the way I'm reading calm emotions, they are currently indifferent to you.
yeah.
At least in terms of hostility. We'll see how that pans out. This other one, the ones with the pitchforks, are currently laying down, like, they're not laying them down, but they're a little bit more slack, and they look to you, Sitara. So we should probably deal with this intruder, right? Yeah. I mean, should, right? Yeah, but I'm not really feeling it right now.
It's not really the vibe, you know?
No. So they're going to hold you in position, but they're not going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to the top as the conversation continues. I mean, like, we really should probably. That's how we make our money. Okay, but, like, do we really, like, I don't know. I feel like I get pretty decently paid, and I'm a little tired. Yeah, but, like, that's not very professional. Yeah, are we really that professional? We're hanging out in a barn. The conversation continues. Cam, you're up.
Okay. So, trying to see where the lines are for 2 of the squares here. I think I found this up here. There we go. So that would be another 100 if I do the same thing. But question for you, as I get to here, can I see, like, windows or an area where I could, like, possibly peek in from the roof?
You would have to get on the roof.
How tall is this building,
It
CG?
is a 2-story building.
He's a barn.
I am a derp. How many feet would that be?
I has to do
About
the
20
counts.
feet.
Uh-huh. Alright. Well, I've used all my movement for now, but I might be jumping that building on my next turn.
All right.
That's all I
Get that
can do
fucking
for now.
building. Jump the building.
Sitara, it's your turn.
Well, she sees that while they're indifferent, they are still planning on attacking her afterwards. So I am trying to look at something real quick. I was looking for. No, that would not help me right now. I need to get someone out of here. I don't want to. How much space do I have between me and supposedly maybe the animals in this barn?
This is not an animal barn.
Ah, it is a. Okay. Good to know, actually. That changes my plan. That is a 15-foot cube. Am I surrounded?
Yes, you are basically in the center of an X formation.
Sweet. It'll be at first level.
All right. So, the ones in front of you or the ones behind?
The ones behind.
All right, the ones closer to the exit. That one passes.
Cam just hears an explosion outside.
Yeah. So, good news, bad news. Bad news is they both passed. The good news is, at this juncture, and I will flavor this. No, I know it doesn't exactly math out. All of your other party members hear this explosion, as well as the rest of the town. So, for now, I believe all of your... Each one of you can move... Maximus, go back. Each of you can move 1 square on Cam's turn until this is sorted out.
Even me?
You are probably the only one who can actually make it. Because of your absolutely stupid movement speed. Please go back, Princess Libra.
Yep.
Because of
mouse
your
did a glitch. Yeah.
because of your absolutely stupid movement speed, you can move with your dashes 4 squares on your turn, which you're going to share with Cam. But it is currently Sitara's turn.
No, I can't.
What of dashing for us?
So, all of you have 30-foot movement speed, I believe, other than Honse, who is really, 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 really fucking fast. You'll be able to move 1 square with a dash.
It's a big map.
Yeah.
I do have a question because I never remember if it's flipped in my head or not.
Mhm.
For casting 2 spells in a turn, it's a bonus action cantrip?
Bonus action spell or bonus action spell and action cantrip, or vice versa. Just so long as
Okay.
they're not both leveled.
Yeah. Cantrip Shillelagh.
Okay, Shillelagh going up as you defend yourselves.
That's my turn.
All right. So, at this juncture, it is time for the others. And Sitara, you watch as the two behind you look at the two in front and go, huh. So they know magic. Seem to have done a number on our colleagues. Yup. We should probably do something about that. Should we attack them? I don't know. Maybe we should just go alert the boss. Yeah, let's go alert the boss. And they're just going to start walking away.
Why am I getting neutral planet vibes here?
Because calm emotions is a thing!
Oh god, this worked out so much better than I thought. Oh, this is so good.
So these two are going to leave your combat space. And they're going to head out the back entrance.
Do I want to bonk one of them? I don't want to kill anybody. That's the thing. They did stab me, though. Which one of them are leaving? That's the question.
Not the ones that stabbed you.
Okay.
The one that attacked you with a pitchfork tried to and missed. But the dwarf and the blonde-haired woman are currently barring the front of the door. So those are the ones that that have attacked you, and you attacked in turn.
I mean, I guess since those other guys are walking away, I don't want all of them to leave. Even though they're walking and they're calm right now, they're still getting a bonk on the head.
All right, so you're gonna bonk them on the head.
Yeah. Shoot, wait. I forgot to reach Lily. You can use your spellcasting modifier instead of strength. Okay. Modifier 6. Okay. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and then add 6. Oh, that's a 10. Fuck. I don't think a 10 is gonna hit.
No, a 10 is not going to hit. As you go wide at this other one that just kind of like casually puts up a sword and goes, hey, don't.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Hey, look, I can't let you guys get away. Part of my job. That's me too.
All right. So, as they are going to leave, I believe Calm Emotions is an aura. So they're going to leave their sphere, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, wait, we have intruders!" But, oh, the other two can handle it. We need to go tell the boss. And they're going to, as they started to just move, now they're going to dash. So they escape out the back door, and
This one?
everyone else, you can see the big explosion, and they show up here and are currently standing in this position as you see two farmhands dashing out the door from where you heard this explosion. We got Cam's turn. Cam. No, wait. No, we got the others to go with. They're going to attempt to apprehend you, I think. They're going to go for grapple checks on you, Sitara.
Oh boy.
Roll me an athletics, please.
Oh boy. 10.
So the... Yeah. So the two of them both beat you. They currently have both your an arm and leg on both sides. You are being like almost wishbone, but they're not like pulling. They basically have all your limbs locked up. Like, hey, settle. We're gonna take you away.
Hey, stop that. No. Be nice.
Cam, as well as everyone else. Your turn.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were continuing to say something. Okay. So, not knowing that that individual's left out of the back entrance, which, just to confirm, you said is back here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so not knowing that.
I think that's 4.
They would go to help. They'd go to help their friend because they don't know that. All right, so going to continue then with the plan I had before. What would you need me to roll to try to jump up onto the roof?
Depends. I believe, based on what you are, you may not need to.
Bet. I just wanted to make sure.
CG.
Oh.
After this, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm basically aiming to try to jump to here to see if there is a window or like a little alcove or something that I can peek into from above and not be seen.
Do you know which feature is letting you get away with this without any checks?
So I don't know which one's letting me get away without checks because I thought I'd have to do a check. Second story work is what I was going to use as far as jumping or
You could just climb up there.
Okay, that also works.
Yeah, you can just climb up there thanks to the climb speed granted to you.
Awesome. Do I see any like window openings or anything like that since it's a barn? Think like the barn that's in RE4.
There appears to be a set of skylights, for lack of a better term, open doors that you can see a couple ladders poking out of.
Going in on the ladder then, if it looks like there's no one paying attention to the ladder.
All right, going on in.
Okie doke. If it's, I'm assuming, on like a top floor level of sorts, what do I see?
So, you are currently finding yourself in the second floor of this barn. There doesn't seem to be too much hay usage here, but you do see a fair bit. As you drop in, you notice the following. First, 2 idiots leaving out the back door. You also see 2 idiots currently locking up Sitara on the arms and the legs, so Sitara is currently super grappled. But they don't seem to be very aggressive about it. You're not entirely sure why.
Shit. Fuck. Gotta decide which one to go for.
Well, they.
All right. If the back door is open and the 2 dudes are running,
Sitara does not look worried about her current situation, I will say.
All right, then bet. That's all I needed to know. All right.
Mildly annoyed, but that's about it.
Got you. Then, yeah, since all I used was movement, going to do a, oh, no, I moved there, so I can't use that. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna take out the short bow and, hope for the best. And aim for one of the 2 that left out the back door.
Alright, so you're aiming for the 2 going out the back door.
One of the 2, because I don't think my bolts are going to be able to pierce through 2 people unless they're really fucking lucky.
Alright, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oakley dokley.
I'll give sneak on this because they have no clue that you're there.
Thank you, that's a 20.
Alright, 20. That will hit. Roll damage.
Yippee! 14 sneak and 5 piercing.
So as these guys start running out, you catch one of the shoulders and go, ah! Fuck! Son of a... Walk it off! We gotta get going!
What?
I hope they yelled loud enough for someone who's not in the building yet that is friend to here.
It's still quite a ways away.
Damn.
Speaking of which, is that your turn?
If when I shot them, did the ones holding down Sitara notice me at all?
Oh, hey, we have more. Oh. You're probably gonna have to, drop your restraint and get the other one. Oh. That sucks. Yeah, kinda.
Cool. Alright then, that's my turn.
Alright. That brings us to everyone else who shares the same initiative.
Go, go, go.
You.
CG and Wiley.
Yes. I'm climbing whatever this is.
Are you wearing a saddle?
I am, but only small creatures can mount me, as per rules.
Hey yo?
That is correct.
Listen, I have a type.
Look, we don't kink shame here.
Unless they're into being kink shamed, in which case,
Exactly.
buddy.
Size difference is great.
Soon though,
Anyway.
I'll eventually have enlarge reduce, and then anybody can mount up. But not right now. Sadly.
Getting Away with Murder just started on my playlist.
But yes, I
Oh.
have one more square to move. Can I climb this as part of that? Whatever this is, I'm assuming a fence.
It is raised elevation. It is a dirt mound. I believe based on what I know of your character,
Got a climb speed,
You-
so
you also have second story work.
yep.
Let's
So,
go.
yeah, absolutely.
So dumb on a
Yeah.
on a centaur. Or shoes of speed.
Someone get the spray bottle for chat text. All right. Did you have? So you have made quite a bit of distance at this juncture. At this point, individuals from the other houses are starting to it doesn't seem like they've heard anything, but just the motion and people running around, and the explosion from earlier has kind of hey, what's that? Got a couple of looky-loos have been making their way around. Maximus and Libra. Other than dashing, do you have anything else?
Sorry, hang on. I think Discord. Can you repeat that last part?
Do you have anything else?
I mean, other than just moving at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think we're going to continue.
Yeah.
Up next, after the grapple, up next in the initiative is Sitara.
Oh. You know what's about to happen.
I do. Why don't you tell everyone else what these two idiots have won?
They have won mildly inconveniencing a woman who now knows how to wild shape into animals. Sitara's gonna turn into a fucking wolf. She's tired.
As you shape change into a wolf, I'll say that they lose their grapple on you. Actually, no. I think, realistically, they would attempt to maintain it, but they will have to try again. Could you please roll me in athletics with advantage?
Yeah. With
Oh,
my
this one
own
rolled-
stats or wolf stats?
Wolf stats, please.
Oh boy. Just please, there we go. I know a fix for this. That's cool. That's cool.
Well,
That's a just for
Alas.
that's a 8.
well, you beat one of them. The other one beat you. So, the blonde woman no longer has anything to hold on to, but the dwarf still has you by the tail. That was
What the
good placement of the
fuck?
grapple.
That was pretty smart. This was pretty good.
I'm doing a good job. I should ask for a raise.
He's getting bitten.
So you've done yourself a wild shape.
Yeah.
What else? What do?
He's getting bitten.
Okay.
Chompied.
Yes, because I believe druids wild shape is a bonus action now.
It sure is.
All right, go with the chompy.
Hold on. Hello, roll 20. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit. As you bite into this, what you thought was a farmhand, you go for like the shoulder, and you clamp down, and your jaws almost bounce off the air around his shoulder as an illusion fades, and he is wearing heavy armor.
Watch it. He just watches Sitara's, well, the wolf's eyes go wide. Like,
Oh, the
that's
illusion's
my turn.
down. The illusion's down. We should get that re-upped. Yeah, we probably should.
We should probably fix that. That's my turn.
All right. Now for the idiots in the back. I think at this juncture I have to add tokens.
Yeah.
Now let me find some tokens. Oh, I know where I can get them. Hold up.
I believe in you.
Not me rolling through art reference folders. Like, do I have any Ganados sitting around right now?
Oh man, if this were Ganados, things would be so much simpler. Whether they would be easier, that's a different question.
I mean, would Ganados count as shifters? Because if someone has moving, then...
No, that's something else entirely.
Oh, Lord.
So these two guys are going to attempt to dash this way. They are, however, going to have to make athletics checks. Okay, one's fine. So the one that currently is nursing a shoulder wound tumbles off and falls to the ground, and no one is nearby, but they can hear his buddy hears a crack as feels like a bone fell out of place, as he's just like on the ground. Ah!
Good. More of that.
Actually, it's this one. That's their turn as they use their dash to get down.
Fucking idiots.
I think at this juncture, we are actually going to go ahead and take a break, as combat will continue when we return.
Yee.
Oakley dokley.
Okie dokie.
Hooray!
Matt.
Y'all found some numbnuts in a barn. Now, I know I'm pretty down. I call them idiots numbnuts. I don't have a lot of respect for people associated with cults.
This is fair. That's a good thing.
Yes. I use my turn to get down with the sickness. Hi, Citric.
Good old sickening radiance.
Yeah.
Eh.
But, I'm going to put on some better music. Non-combat music. What am I putting on? Ah, here. This is good to put on in the background.
Ooh.
All right. Everyone go get some.
CG.
Yes.
I check your DMs for me.
Ayo,
I was expecting the
will
gold
do.
saucer theme, admittedly.
I can't pull that out on a dime.
Oh, it's gonna be right.
We should
Anyways, go break.
well, first
Let's
we should probably
sport-
confirm. Are we gonna have a third session?
Yeah.
we have a third session?
Why don't we all talk about that in the Discord?
All right.
Yeah.
Want to make sure everybody
We'll
is
have
aware.
an answer hopefully at break, because we're gonna
Yeah.
have a little bit of a But
Gonna have
y'all
to
begin to
scratch
sort
it.
that out. I desperately have to bio, so I will be back.
Go friend. Really funny. I wasn't expecting actual people to be in the barn, even though it's day. I thought it was like just the animals, so I was gonna go in there and you speak with animals. But this is much better.
As soon as you walked in there and was like, "Hi, we're looking for this person by name," I was like, "Oh no!"
It's
The
No.
animals roll grapple on you.
no betrayal.
The cows is evil.
It's
If you know, you know.
always. You know, it's like, honestly, at this point, with Sitara understanding that this is a whole conspiracy, she would be suspicious, but she'd walk in anyways because this is gonna be the only way we're probably gonna get closer to our Pori. Because she has no clue what Maximus is doing. But hey, now Maximus can see how many people are in the town. See if anyone's gonna show up.
That's a fair point.
You know what's nice about 2024's D&D? Weapon
What's that?
masteries. I don't get advantage. Or I need advantage to proc sneak attack, but if I hit once with Vex, the next one hits it with advantage.
C. Cow.
Rocking sneak attack.
My god, it is
Hmm.
the cow.
Have
Moo.
Vex.
The cow. Is hold on. Am I stupid? Hold on. I sure can do it as I forgot about that.
Nani?
I forgot I can turn invisible as a bonus action.
Oh fuck.
Fair point, Citric, but hear me out. Centaur that can climb.
Where terrifying. Where does he get those grippers from? Put them away.
He learned from mountain goats.
Centaur is just running satyr abilities and is just climbing perpendicular up the barn.
Yeah. He's coming.
Wanna see something cursed?
You know, I don't feel like I really have a choice, so...
I mean, I drive by a very large fucking pothole every day, so well then.
Oh my god. That's not cursed, that's fantastic.
That just reminds me of an article I remember hearing about when I was a kid. Man, those two fucking goons that ran out the back are so lucky that's the way they went.
Right?
Are they though?
See, the only
I have the
reason why
high
I say
ground.
that- See, you and I both. But the problem is because of where I was, I would not have seen them. So I would have heard a door open, but I wouldn't have known if it was someone leaving or entering, if they were good, bad, etc.
Yeah.
Serious question.
What's up?
How do you freaking grab a centaur?
Hug the top
Grapple.
half, I guess?
You would
By
want to
the
grab...
mane?
You would want to grab the horse legs, because that's the problem.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Good
want
luck.
to be on the back end of the horse legs because
That's why...
they're-
Scary.
I'd rather treat them like a horse with no saddle and go for the hair or the mane.
I mean, yeah, but like, that's just normal person hair now.
Yeah, but if you can control someone's head, you can control them.
True, for the most part. Fucking Ratatouille this shit.
Guess yeah, grab the front legs.
Facts.
I guess if you're far away, bullet tie the legs. If you're up close, grab the hair. We're fighting like girls in the mall.
So on that note, an old coworker used to work with horses a lot and had also like done martial arts practice, etc. as two separate things. These two things encountered each other while dealing with one of the horses, like I think he got like almost kicked, like back kicked. And he was like, dude, what the fuck? And like gently roundhouse kicked it in the face. Now, again, you might be
Show your
wondering
horse
what
how it feels.
Basically, you might be wondering, how does this relate? Well, I don't want to be at the business end of a horse. So yeah, I'm definitely going for the head. Cause, I mean, if it's full horse, that's how you'd steer anyway.
Yeah. If you discombobulate the head, the horse can't do much anyways.
Fucking Citric casually Misatsu horse. Citric, you jest, but I'm about to do that in Monster Hunter in a couple days.
Uh-oh.
Sadly, my hoof attack is very ineffective because it's strength-based.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Makes
centaurs
sense, but
aren't that realistic,
made
but
to
it's
be
D&D, so it's not
rogues.
like to
Doesn't
begin with.
Yeah.
Because I only have a +3 as opposed to like I think +8 things.
Oh. Alright, better than me. You have a positive on your strength? Couldn't be me.
No, my strength is neutral. Hoof. Wait, why is my hoof
You-
+3? A proficiency?
I would assume so.
Yeah, it's
I hope
proficiency.
you're proficient with your... Yeah, I was about to say, I hope you're proficient, as that is your form of travel.
Well, for
Man,
traveling, yes, but
Citric-
not like for attacking. That's different.
Citric, old man Akuma is about to casually kick some monsters out of the Windward Plains, Wyveria, fucking like Azus. He's just they're going. Like the
There's just
oil
gonna
well
be-
basin, they're all gone.
There's just gonna be like a monster just chucked into the sky, and then a man just like Beyblading through them.
Basically, roll into fucking Kunafa village, and Elena is showing everyone how to make fucking ube rolls.
Did not need to bio break. Hopefully this won't bite me in the ass later.
I
We
am
can only
saying
hope.
They will.
I will do my bio break, greet the partner, and come back since they just walked in.
I also bio breaks like way at the beginning, like right as we started. So
Well, good news. My head and eyeballs don't hurt.
oh, thank God.
I still feel my spine somehow. And my neck.
All right, friends, I am back. Who is ready to go, and who are we waiting on?
Why?
I had to step out.
Okay, waiting on Wiley.
Zai.
I.
Zai had to
Zai.
step out.
That's I.
Oh, why?
So,
Why?
if you would all be kind enough to address what I just put in the Discord, please.
Hey.
I have an answer percolating in my brain, but we'll have to. I think we'll probably have to deal with the finer details later.
I have returned, and I am looking at the thing that was sent.
Sorry, that came through the mic. I wasn't expecting it to.
Back.
Welcome back.
So. Sessions.
Yeah, we're talking about it in the Discord right now. If you would like to look over that, we'll talk about
Where?
it in
Sarah, Yellowcrest Manor
yeah.
chat.
Thank you.
Words.
Yes, words that are currently involving a sandwich. Once the sandwich is done, by the way, and it's about half done, we're gonna get back into it because we can also sort this out above game right now.
Yeah.
But yes, unfortunately, as those in the chat may have been putting together, based on the amount of time that we have left, we are unlikely to finish tonight, so we're gonna have to have a third session.
Oh wait, no, I can't do Mondays. I'm dumb.
By the way, in regards to what Citric was talking about, y'all see recently the Elena deep dive?
The one that you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. That fucking back skip is smooth.
She moonwalks back skipping.
And it
I don't even know how you
flows-
do that.
I know how she does it. And it flows really well into the motion. I can't remember if it's pronounced Ginja or like Ginga, but it's basically the like oh god, her animation, her idle animation, the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
She can absolutely do it and then backstep out of that and then it goes right back in smooth.
Interesting.
I also like that her level 2 has healing as optional, and that's gonna fuck with people so bad because it's not mandatory.
Mm-hmm. Healing as a trade-off for damage. I accept that. Sandwich diminishes. We have what, maybe a minute or two.
Sandwich. No.
It is turkey and Colby.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Sandwich.
I'm not gonna eat dinner until like after the session because I have to rush to go check on the cute pupper and then double back. Citric, oh, they did jump scare, yup. But her level 2 now also has it as an optional. So like you can either choose to do what you do with Jamie, where like with his level 1 super, if you hold down, he'll drink, but it's optional. So with her, you could do the same thing now. If you hold down during her level 2, she'll heal, but it lessens the damage that the level 2 does. But I'm just here for the mind games. Because now they're going to be like, wait, are they healing? Are they not healing? Should we get in close? Should we not? What do we do?
I'm of the opinion, by the way, that every time I hear about Jamie, I get sad.
Why?
Because they cannot make him good.
But he is good though.
The tier list disagree.
Well, that's also the problem with tier lists though, because it's, you know how those work. They're usually based on essentially who is the most efficient and easiest character to do the crazy shit you want to do so that you can win. I have a friend who plays Jamie and is fucking terrifying, and I'm like, how do you do all the technical shit with this boy?
I understand that. It's just the thing is, when I watch fighting games, I want to watch a character I like play the fighting game, you know? Like, give me a JP and I was like, eh. Give me an Akuma, it's like, oh. Or Jamie, which is another one that I'm really interested in. However, Jamie consistently sucks. And every time they have tried to make him better, he has not moved an inch. And so it just makes me sad. I don't think we'll ever reach that point.
I think that's also due in part not so much just to him, or due to just him, but also because of the other characters that were introduced later. So like, if you put a Bison and a Jamie in a matchup, the Jamie's gonna have a hard time because just to be able to do what Bison can do damage-wise, they have to do so much extra as far as drinks go. Whereas Bison can just be like, I'm gonna plant a bomb on you and walk away.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have consumed sandwich. Everyone, sound off.
What?
Present.
Derp.
All right. In that case, let us get back into this combat. Hmm. All right. So, top of the turn order.
Silly guys.
Yeah.
Silly guys.
So, we're in a bit of an odd bar situation because it's now the time of the two that you are currently dealing with Sitara. The one that has you by the tail goes, "You're not going anywhere, Wolf." That's very strange. Oh,
Stop.
it must be a druid. I see. The other one goes,
Stop, you have violated the law.
"Yeah. Stop right there, criminal scum." The other one goes, "Well, now what do I grab? I don't know. Put the muzzle down. Okay, sure. Another athletics check.
Police! Looking at the wolf stat block that I have because I pulled up the 2024 stat block. Yeah. It does not have the athletics on there. Would it be plus proficiency?
Yes.
So it'll be a 5 because wolf has a +2. I'm assuming.
That's a 5 then, or
Yeah, because 14 to strength, a +2 modifier. Proficiency is like 3, right?
so. Okay. Unfortunately, they are going to clamp your jaw shut, and they are going to maintain your hold.
Oh wait, no, I was asking. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, sorry. I thought that 3
I
was it.
asking. No, I was asking. That was me using the other ruler.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
13.
Okay, so you beat them. As they go to kind of put their hands around your muzzle, you snarl and snap at them. It's like, this does not seem like a good idea. Perhaps I will find another spot to grab. Completely unaware of the cam looming overhead, by the way.
She's got me.
They're so lucky there are 2 other motherfuckers outside.
All right. Cam, we'll start with you.
Alrighty, so one of those 2 is on the ground and not moving outside of the barn, right?
Currently, yes, but you have to actually get there first.
Right. I mostly just meant like of the 2, it looks like one isn't going anywhere, but the other one is.
Well, their leg is currently hurt. You don't know how impeded they are.
Got you. Okay. I just need to be within range of the shot. The question is if I have that. 50, 100, 150. Those smarter than me, what's the range for a short bow again?
80 to, I believe 100. No, more than 100. Like 180. It should be on your last attack roll to 320. Yeah.
Oh, got you. Scrolling up. Aha! So then, technically, if I have line of sight, I don't have to go to them. Right?
If you can snipe them, you can snipe them.
Alrighty, so then since I have not moved, I'm going to use steady aim for my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Doop doop boop boop boop. And then I'm specifically aiming for the uninjured one.
Okay.
And if
So
oh, go ahead.
here's a problem right now.
Yes.
You are at your current position are in a barn.
Mm-hmm.
These two guys are at the bottom side of a cliff.
Oh,
I
I did
cannot-
not know that was a cliff. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like a mound basically, a raised hill as it were.
Got you. No worries.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a cliff. I thought they were still kind of within the same plane as before. Fair point. So then in that case, and Sitara still looks kind of restrained.
Yeah, currently restrained by one individual. Another one is looking for an opportunity to do so.
But also trying not to get bit.
All right. So then, fuck it. We'll help out the friendo. The one that is trying to keep her restrained, since I already said I'm just gonna use steady aim, I'm gonna aim for that one with the short bow. And here's hoping I don't do the thing I'm scared of doing since friend is there.
Well, you've got
Don't talk
advantage, so
about it.
you're probably fine.
Don't tell Roll20 that.
Don't tell Roll20 what to do. 19.
You're fine. A 19 will hit. So aiming for the head, unaware that the armor has started to dissipate, or even is there, you do connect with the side temple and leave a rather nasty gash. I believe it was the dwarf that is currently holding onto your table. The tail goes.
That is correct.
Let me see. I need to see calm emotions.
If it takes damage,
Doesn't look like taking damage affects it. I think they're still under the effect. However,
yes.
Also,
There's
do
one
you need me to
important
roll
caveat.
damage?
there's one important caveat.
Gotcha.
There it is. There it is. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
Oops.
Yeah, that'll about do it. As the two look to you, Cam, and they go, alright, that's it. Alright, we're pulling out the strong stuff. Kill them where they stand.
Quick question: do you still need me to roll damage for that short bow? Because I did
Absolutely.
Not
You succeeded in the sneak.
do that. 20
My
sneak.
God.
And
That's a damn good sneak.
7 piercing.
Alright.
Sheesh.
You took that dwarf's ear off with that shot.
Oh no.
He don't need it. He's fine. He got another one.
That is anything else you would like to do, Cam?
Do boop boop do boop boop boop. I believe that is it for now, because I cannot move, as
Alright.
far as I know.
That brings us to everyone else.
Oh Lord, they coming.
Remember, you can only use one square and with a dash because of how big this map is.
Yeah.
Honse is the exception because he, with a dash, gets to 140 or 210. because he's insane like that.
Yep.
He just wants to go fast. Why wasn't Honse blue, Wiley?
Can I see down this cliff from where I am?
You can climb down the cliff. At the angle, you cannot see them now. You did see them kind of come out. So you know that there are guys there, but you lost sight of them as you went up and they went down.
So regular movement would be 1 square. Actually, would I even know that they're... I guess I would have seen Cam take a shot, right?
No.
And I guess I'd
You
go...
know they're there, but you don't know what happened to them.
But I would know shots were fired down there. That's all I need to know.
No, because it happened in the barn.
Cam is in the barn? I thought you were on the barn.
Well, quick question: are you referring to the dudes outside of the barn or the ones in the barn?
So here's the order of events as they happen, if I may. Cam, you got onto the roof as these guys were running out the door. You climbed inside and then asked to see what you could see. You could see the 2 guys running and the 2 guys holding onto Sitara. You were able to get one deep in the shoulder blade as they were going out the door.
Right.
And then as they got out this door, they tumbled down and are currently running up north.
So then the only thing, if you'll allow it, in regards to Wiley, the only thing that could possibly work is if he's able to see that one is wounded. But
Which
that I don't
he
know.
can't. Yeah. I would
The
assume
problem is-
Maximus could probably see them though.
I wouldn't know if anyone's in the barn, right? Like, I wouldn't know Sitara's in there.
Other than the loud explosion that you heard coming from there earlier,
Ooh.
Yeah.
which realistically, that should have probably ended calm emotions, but we go past that.
Yeah. I had thought about it and I was like, oh shit, wait.
I'm gonna go in the barn, I guess, and stab the first hostile I see.
All right.
Please don't stab me, I am a wolf.
I said hostile. Are you hostile
you don't
against
know
us?
it's me.
That would probably be the one that is currently pulling the tail.
Rude.
So, as you come around for a flank, go ahead, roll damage.
So CG, this right here, was this also a cliffish
That do be a
area that
cliff.
Libra came down? Okay, yeah. So all these funny things is as cliffy as...
Yes.
Juan, do you remember where you were standing before this? Was it on the cliffy? Wait,
I think it was like right here. Right here.
One.
so...
That's where you were, so you'd have to basically go here, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it is a slopey, yeah.
Would I be flanking or nah?
He did say flanking.
Yeah, you're flanking, absolutely.
Alright, fishing for that crit. Okay, whatever.
Wow, what?
The same
Oh,
roll.
this is not going to go well. All right. Roll hit, roll sneak, roll poison.
Yeah, I guess I'll go full damage. For 20 sneak.
You come up behind this dwarf and you stab him in the back as he keels over dead.
Bye-bye, D.
Hey,
Fuckload of damage.
And I guess that would be turn. I assume I
Yeah, as
would
the
have
other
used
one-
my bonus action to dash in, right?
Yeah, you had to use your bonus action to dash in. believe the other two moved, so that is the end of their turn. Next is, I believe, the... No, Sitara's up next. Sorry, I almost started to move the guys. Sitara, you're a wolf. One of the guy holding onto your table,
My table?
tail.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Died.
He's got the whole table hostage.
No! He died.
Was just stabbed by one of your allies. That
I
leaves
know,
a
right?
whole blonde woman with a ponytail to deal with. What are you gonna do?
You! Please roll 20. Fuck.
Your
Oh wait,
teeth
I have
flash-
advantage.
Why?
Back tactics.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
I didn't say anything to roll 20 this time.
It's lower.
Unfortunately, that completely whiffs. As well aware of the snapping, this one dodges out of the way as it pulls out their longsword. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
So, we now come to the others. This first one, unimpeded, is going to dash. The second one is going to wail in pain as it attempts to hobble, but cannot get far away. He is essentially stuck in second place as he begins to limp. He'll get to move one square next turn.
Step in the river, buddy. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. Don't give him that idea. Top of the turn order. Blonde woman. Now sees that they're in a terrible position, flanked by two. What are they gonna do? They're gonna pull out their long sword. And they'll look to you, Sitara. I wonder if a wolf's tongue will have a wonderful hue when we burn it. Double attack on you.
I don't know if she wants to do that after what she just said.
That's a 13 to hit you.
Nope. Oh wait, for wolf? Shit. Hold on. I
For
believe
wolf.
it is a yes. Yes.
Okay, she is doing this two-handed.
If you do more than 11, I'm bonked out.
9.
Nope.
Attack number 2.
So dog.
Attack number 2 rolls a 2.
Hey,
So
good job.
gets one clean carve into you, Sitara, and then unfortunately whiffs, aiming for one of your paws as you just simply yip out of the way. That is their turn. It is now Cam's turn, as well as everyone else's.
Oh boy. Alright, so one of the people who tried to grapple Sitara is down, or basically dead. The dwarf with the messed up ear is still up, right?
No, that dwarf is hella dead.
Okay, cool.
Very
so
dead.
it's just the woman, I guess, who said what she just said to Sitara, and that's
Yep.
it in here?
Yeah.
Okay. I got choices to make. Quicker we take care of this, quicker we can go get after the other two. Is Hans in the barn yet?
he's the one who stabbed the dwarf. That's why the dwarf is down.
Okay, I just want to make sure because of token. Alright, so then Cam will say aloud, 2 left out the back, 1's injured. Hoping that Hans will hear that. And we'll aim for the woman, who I can only assume is within like 5 feet, etc. With the +1 dagger.
Stabbing.
Stab's about to happen. Please let me have a stabs.
Go for it.
Oh,
You're flanking.
You are flanking.
Yippee! That's a 21.
21 hits. Apply sneak.
Yippee!
That's 3 21s from the rose.
Oh,
Well,
10
Aw.
sneak and 9 piercing.
only minimum 10 sneak, Chad.
Just don't ignore the 5 and the 3 there. Just the 1. But yeah, 19 hits. 19 hearts, I should say.
Okay.
As you get this woman right behind the shin on the back of the leg.
Alrighty, and then let's see. Got movement I can use. He got this. I'm going to make my way out the back door in the attempt to go after this one. So I will move
Alright.
the 100 feet that I can move.
Alright, now remember, you have already attacked, so you cannot use an action to dash.
Oh, right. So I will only move the 1 square.
Correct.
So just 1 this away.
She steps outside.
It's a small house from the map. What you want to do?
Alright. It looks like you are close to the individual who fell down. You are not. You currently have a whole hill between you two, but you could
Right.
probably get there next turn.
Right. And that is all for me for right now.
Indeed. So that leaves us with Honse, Maximus, and Libra.
Would Maximus or Libra be able to see the guys that ran out now from where they
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
With Honse, it was a matter of angles. Libra and Maximus absolutely can spot what's going on.
How
So
far is that,
multiply-
though?
So we multiplied the distance by 10, right? How the scale is? There.
Basically.
So both of you are about 300 feet.
It's a big
There are-
distance.
A couple
We
of
likely
spells.
wouldn't he have context for who they are.
That's a good point. How are they dressed at this point?
So we are left continuing to run.
They are
For
dressed like
nothing.
farmers.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't be able to see Cam yet. They'll get here. Eventually. Wound, don't forget to schmoo.
How about you, Honse?
I'm gonna stab someone else.
You still got a woman there who is currently fighting a wolf.
Would we know that Sitara can wild shape? We've never seen it, right?
This is correct.
No.
You guys have never seen the wild shape. But you know, if you look at her for more than a second, you know it's her because her eyes are still pink.
Plus, you do know that one, Cam just told you what's up, and two, Cam also shot that one. It's not a leap to figure out that something's up with this individual.
Good enough for me. Gonna flank and stab.
Honse said, well, that's enough information for me to kill someone today.
Mm-hmm. Have at the advantage. Ooh,
Oh,
unfortunately,
13.
13 is not going to hit.
No.
As you come out from behind, you, in one swift motion, seem to like go for a stab on their back, but they go low, and you're unable to follow them due to your equine form.
That's so rude. They should be inclusive. Never go
Yeah, how dare they?
on a horse. Wait,
Alright.
I'm going to bonus action disengage and step back 30 feet.
Okay. Up next is Sitara. Sitara, you as a wolf are badly wounded.
Yeah. Made a decision that I should have done last turn, but that I can still do now. Dashing. I have 40 feet of movement as a wolf. I'm dashing. Sorry if it didn't come through.
All right, well, we'll see if you still maintain being a wolf, because this one's going to get an opportunity attack on you. That's a 14 on the die.
Yeah, that hits.
Your wild shape is definitely going to go down.
How much damage, though?
10.
I had 3 left. So I'm taking 7. There we go.
All right. So as you return to being Sitara, first of all, you surprise Honse. Second of all,
Yeah.
if you still want to dash, you may, but
Yes.
your speed is you're going to basically get one square out here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Honse, you are currently dueling with this individual that attacked what you now know was Sitara, as the other two make for the exit. You're not sure what that's about, other than what Cam told you. So that is your turn. It is now time for the guys who fell down. This guy, busted leg, finally is able to make it to this spot. This guy makes his way out here. That's their turn. Come up to the one that's currently fighting Honse. Honse, that is a 15 to hit you.
Misses.
All right, follow up. That's even lower. So as you definitely dodge out of the way of these longsword swings and the fight in this barn, that bring us to Cam and the rest of the party.
Alrighty. So does the cliff count as any sort of difficult terrain, given that homie fell and like damn near broke his leg?
You have a climb speed.
I know, I just figured it'd be important to ask. Alright then. I will climb down, which I think I only get 30 of that? 20 or 30? So,
Yeah, basically the climb speed negates any movement penalties for going up or down anything. So you can just move as normal.
oh shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that means it's plausible that I could actually dash, and half of it would be going down the cliff and the other half would be going like one extra square?
So that would put you, since these are all 50, you dashing would put you right here and still give you an action that you can work with.
Bet. Cool. Alright, so then here, and then instead of aiming for the one directly in front of me, going to aim for this one. Double check range. 50, 100. It's 150. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can hit him. So going to use the short bow. I'm not going to use steady aim because I moved. And of note, if this works, okay. So saying ahead of time, if this hits, I'd like to use remove one of my sneak attack dice to essentially inflict or to add toxin to the attack.
All right. So here's the problem. He is very aware of you after you shot his buddy earlier.
Oh, so no sneak attack. That's fine.
No sneak attack.
All right, so then just a straight roll, none of the extra stuff then. Okay, so then boop. Do thing. So 21.
21 will hit. Roll damage, no sneak.
Ignore the sneak number. 5 piercing.
5 to this one. You get him kind of in the lower left. You shoot him in the butt. That's what happens. You shoot him in the butt.
Oh no!
Good.
An
Basically,
ass shot.
she would have been aiming for the lowers, like ass cheeks, ankles, knee pits, something like that.
Slowing him down.
Pretty much, or just making
Go
him
for the
bleed.
Achilles heel.
We can track blood. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Alrighty, and then yeah, we'll hold there.
All right. Honse, Maximus, Libra.
So on the last turn, I stepped back 30 feet. Did anybody follow up close to me, or do I still have 30 feet distance?
So are you trying to, what are you doing with this guy? Run that by me again. I just didn't parse it.
The last turn, after missing the attack, I disengaged and stepped back 30 feet. Do I still have 30 feet between me and that opponent? Or are they dead?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. The charge 30 feet, attack. I forgot to turn off advantage, so I assume that misses.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it does.
But bonus
Roll
action,
20.
hoof attack. As per the charge centaur thing, even though this is only a +3 because I'm not strong. That's another 13.
Unfortunately. Maybe it's because they're posing as farmers, but you get the sense that perhaps when they were younger, this ponytailed woman may have been a horse girl and is well aware of the dangers.
Hmm. Well, I end my turn then.
All right, Maximus, Libra. All right. Brings us up to the guys outside. This dude in front of you, Cam, is scrambling, but he cannot make it to his next spot. This dude, on the other hand, is absolutely going to start running.
I think
This
Libra moved
motherfucker.
twice.
Yeah, I realized, so I just moved back to where I was.
Understood.
Because I moved too far, I realized, so went back one.
Alrighty. These guys are still going to run. That means up next is the one that is currently dueling you, Honse. That's definitely going to hit. As they come to base you. Let's see, so that is one longsword attack on you for 6 damage. And that's a 13. That's not going to hit. So the first one was a 20, non-natural, and this next one was a 13.
Disgusting, dirty 20.
Duh. Wash that thing in the river. All right. Now we are up to, I think we skipped Sitara.
I think you might have. I was.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I skipped Sitara. Sitara, why don't you take your turn now?
I'm trying to figure out, because we said the distance was like times 10 for the map, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how high did we say this cliff was? Did you say this cliff was?
It's like 30 feet.
Because I have no climbs.
It's,
So I'm just-
no, there's no way that's 30 feet. This is a hill. Duh. This is
Okay.
probably about maybe 15 feet.
I'm just gonna use half my movement to slide down.
Okay.
Oop. So I slid down, quote unquote.
Alright.
How far away am I from this guy?
That guy is about 80 feet away at this point.
Let me check a thing real quick. So shit, that's 60 feet. Fine, I'll have to use... Oh! Actually, Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay, Tasha's Mind Whip.
That
He needs to
is
make
an
himself...
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh, wonderful. Cultists are known for their intelligent and smart decision-making.
Yeah.
What's your spell save?
14.
He just fails by 1.
Eh, good. Is it in? It should be. There it is. 15 psychic damage.
So as you reach out with the Mind Whip and make contact with the guy, he gets this crippling headache. Ah! And he loses balance and he falls into the river.
Oh, no.
And does not emerge.
I did say they wouldn't find the bodies. Well, anyways, have to make sure that is, yes, that is an action, and then the last of my movement to move the rest of it, and that's my turn.
All right. The rest of the party.
At least you guys can see Sitara now. Ugh.
Correct. You saw Sitara chasing this guy who had overalls. Did something to him. He fell in the river. You can assume that he is an enemy. Cam? Everyone else?
Sorry, for some reason I thought we had gone back because we had skipped Sitara, so I didn't realize it was actually like my turn proper again. My apologies.
Yes.
Bleed out. Homie is down. Awesome. So the closest I can get is that's a river, so fuck that noise. 50. Is it shift or control to like make a path? I always forget.
I think
Right
it's
click.
Like when
control.
measuring. Oh, right click. Duh.
Right click to do the-
Genius,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Use a real one. So 50, 100. I could probably get about there. So
Oh, yeah.
then, yeah.
I will dash to here. I think my math was right. That should either be 100 or 150. Feel free to check my math.
So you have a move speed of 30, right?
Yes.
Okay. So dash, you can move 30, dash 60, dash a second time for 90.
So
yeah.
So technically, then.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I can get to that point. That's where I was gonna go. Yeah. So yoink.
That's 90. Yeah.
And that didn't use my action, so I should be able to shoot him again.
Indeed.
Just pelting this man with arrows.
I'm specifically aiming for this motherfucker's ankles. Again, even if I don't take him out, we can follow the blood. Oh, boo, that's a 12.
Unfortunately, a 12 will miss.
That is okay. Yeah, I can't do offhands because that I think is a bonus. So, alrighty.
All right, Honse.
I'm gonna follow the group, even if there's an enemy right next to me. Heck 'em.
And he's gonna follow us, so you know.
How far? So I'd be inside the barn, right? I wouldn't be where my token is right now.
Yeah, you're inside the barn.
So for movement's sake, I can go what? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jesus Christ.
So my whole movement, I can just zip right out there. That is my full turn, though. I wouldn't be able to attack, but honestly, that's enough for me. So I guess that one person will have an attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah,
Unless
they
there's
will.
another one.
Not a chance. They whiff completely as you just zoom away.
You're too slow.
I don't want to
We're
think
gonna
of
be bigger
Sonic
than
as the centaur.
Oh god.
That's demented. Stop.
Sonic the Centaur.
All right. Leaving the horse girl alone in the barn. All the horses ran away from them, unfortunately. That your turn.
My turn.
All right. Maximus, Libra.
Oh, internet. Come on.
Pox upon your internet. Okay. So, let us go and we'll proceed. We'll proceed accordingly in the next turn. This guy sees that you are rapidly approaching, and he's actually going to dip back, and he is going to attempt to knife you, Cam. These guys, the only numbers I rolled today are 6 and 9. Whiff on Cam. We're going to start with Horse. We're going to go to Horse Girl immediately after. Horse Girl is going to dash out of the barn and is going to see Maximus. Do they have anything? I don't think they do. They do have a heavy crossbow. Maximus. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
All right, as a crossbow bolt whizzes by. That is their turn, however. We're now up to... I think I skipped Sitara again.
Oh, after the blonde lady.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sitara.
A singular move. Actually, nope, not a singular move. He's, what, 200 feet away from me?
He's like a buck 50.
Buck 50. Do I have anything that can hit a buck 50? Let us see. Is that 60? That's 60. Motherfucker, I don't think I do. Because it's that or dash. Which I won't be able to do anything after. Making sure I don't have anything special. Or it's hit the person behind me. Who, they are maybe 80 feet, you'd say?
I'd say about 80, yeah.
Okay. They're wearing... is she wearing armor?
You can't actually tell.
Oh, that's cool. Fuck.
We remember these guys have illusion.
Well, illusion this, bitch.
Well, it's 19, but a 19 will still hit. Roll damage.
I did not mean to hit that. I meant to hit guiding bolt. There we go. 14.
And they are lit up like a Christmas tree.
And I will do a singular move.
One move.
Not a dash, just a singular move. Towards this guy.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Cam, Honse, Maximus, and Libra.
Well,
Oh,
I imagine,
look.
I imagine Cam and I just off this person.
If you want, you can do your best. The two thieves going on a sandwich with this one.
The only other thing I would do, because you said one of them stabbed me, or tried to and failed.
Yeah, he tried to attack you with a knife.
Alright. So then I guess just free action. Alright, if that's what you want to do. And yeah, this close up, going to attempt to do a ganks with the +1 dagger.
All right.
19, because Honse is there?
Honse has not moved into flanking position. That is a 15,
Oh,
but that is still
never
going to
mind.
hit.
Oh,
My apologies. Okay, so then, but
I assume you go first and then Hans.
I got a 9 because there was no sneak.
No, I said that it's... You still have sneak. He just does not provide flanking.
It's two different
Oh,
things.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
I learned a thing.
So then, yeah, 11 sneak and 9 piercing.
All right. Coming from behind, you put a massive gash into their shoulder, cutting him from the stomach all the way up to the socket. Honse,
Jesus.
do you want to follow up with the wombo combo?
Nothing personal, kid.
Go
Corson.
for the team hyper combo finish!
Oh, oh no! Oh
No.
god!
I'd say don't roll damage, but I think we all want to see this damage.
Get ganked.
Overkill, jeez.
But wait, there's more. I have to roll double
There
sneak.
Oh my god.
I can just roll level 8, right? Because that's just different. Yeah. Because I set this up as a
So
spell.
lucky I have spare the die.
Hey, Dan. Would you believe that would kill him outright?
Yeah, even with all the ones, yes.
All right.
That's our turn.
Maximus, Libra.
Have fun with Horse Girl.
So, what we're learning is that horse girls are the most powerful. Lit up like a Christmas tree, so your strikes have advantage.
First one.
That includes, yeah, the first one. I believe that includes magic, right? Too, right?
Any attack roll,
Any attack.
I think.
The next attack roll made against this target. Yep. Before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Imagine a party of just all guiding bolts.
All right, Firebolt. Advantage on this horse girl. Roll for damage. Or roll to attack, I should say. Not just skip the damage.
I am gonna hit one of them with Spare the Dying.
Okay. So I'll allow you to, if you want to, on your turn, fish this guy out and spare the dying him.
Yeah.
Alright. Advantage.
Roll
that
20.
will hit.
Oh,
Yes. These guys do not have a lot of AC.
light him up.
Could they be any more lit right now, though? They could be more on fire.
Oh, 3.
My god, roll 20.
Is that your turn? Okay. It is now Sitara's turn. I believe you wanted to fish this guy out and spare the dying him. Yes?
Yes.
All
That
right.
would be my turn.
All right, I will just do that. He is spared, not dead. And we circle back around. Horse Girl taking a shot at Maximus, getting a little closer to the edge. That is a 12 to hit you, Maximus. Okay.
Yeah, I guess she's so far away that even if... I think Honse would be the only one who would be able to even get kind of close enough to hit them, so...
Alright, we got this going away.
Not in this round.
Alright. Let's see. Sitara, Horse Girl taking the shots. Missed. Which brings us to Cam and everyone else. Sorry, I'm just doing mental recap. So everyone is going to Everyone's going to take their turn, right? Yes, everyone's taking their turn.
Okay, so there is a horse girl shooting at people, and where are they exactly? I see.
This individual, yes.
Yeah, the lady that we
Gotcha.
left.
It was hidden under, I shit you not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 die. So I was like, where is this person? I cannot perceive. Alright, dude in front of me is done. The dude to the right has been kept alive, apparently. So... Alrighty. Guess I am making my way. 100. Alright, so should be able to get there to basically where Sitara is. Cool. Gonna go help out the friendo. Sitara, I'm gonna be next to you just for the sake of not overlapping your token. But I'm technically, like, here.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's
Understood.
as far as I could get with dashing. Alright, see. And that is me.
All movements down there, end turn.
All right. Maximus, Libra.
Sorry, my headphones fell off.
Yes, fell. They fell off.
All right. Firebolt, roll the hit.
No outside forces definitely knocked the headphones off of their head. Definitely.
That will hit.
That'd be
Roll
great.
damage. As the firebolt from Maximus makes contact with the horse girl, she bursts into flames and tumbles down the hill before ending as a charred corpse. And that is combat. Now, you're all left with quite the spectacle, if I may quickly hurry this up, so I know a couple of us have to get out of here. 4 members of this community are laid dead, except for one who has been rendered unconscious. As the fighting has died down, everyone returns. Everyone finds this. They keep a respectful distance, but they do look to see they look to see what has befallen, what has happened. You will find yourself, as you close together, you find yourselves surrounded by townspeople, scared of what's going to happen. One member of the community steps forward. An older woman, the one that was seen working in the garden. Are you responsible for this? These killings?
Looks to Sitara.
Sitara's like, it was not supposed to come to killing. They didn't give us a choice exactly. I literally just asked a question.
The woman kind of looks down and then looks up to the barn and the estate that it's attached to. Looks back. You might be the ones to free us from this horrible curse that has befallen us.
Oh. Sweet, because that's definitely what we're here for, yeah.
Ever since that wretched creature came to this village, he's been doing something horrific, and all of our members of our community have been going missing. Please, you must stop him. I don't know what he's doing, but it can't be holy.
Creature? That's the last thing Sitara asked before
Yeah.
we end.
And with the idea that's not as all well in this town, that is where we are going to end for tonight. Sorry that this wound up going long, and also sorry for that we're going to have a third one. But
Yeah.
it is unfortunately what it is. That is why we planned to have these backup days into the schedule.
Indeed.
Smart.
Correct. But I know a couple of us have to get around. We did shill at the beginning, but even so, let's why don't we rapidly speed through this?
Hello, I'll go first. It is I, Bun, FlusteredBun, Ko-Fi, YouTube, Blue Sky. Next Tuesday, Rascals and Ravnica's Uma. Dice commissions are open. Normal commissions are closed. I'm almost done with those, though. Wiley, go.
You can find me right here every Mondays, randomizers. Every other Sundays, more randomizers. You can find me on other people's channels. Wound.
Wound.
Wand.
Discord. Oh God. I will
Discord
be here.
is ass.
Yes, it is. I will be here next time you catch us on Candlekeep for finishing off Sir and Yellowcrest Manor. Otherwise not really around. I do lurk. You will see me throughout Candlekeep. I've got like 2 other more one shots that I'll be doing with the these guys. So I'll see y'all then. After of course we finish up.
All right. I think that's everyone but Sen, yes?
Zai.
I have to go.
And you.
What? Oh yeah.
You and Zai.
Me, Sen, and Zai. Zai, why don't you go?
Oakley dokley. Hi, diddly do. I'm Xaimi. You can find me here and Instagram at Xaimisyte, basically everywhere else at Xaimi or Xaiminess. Playing Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy X, doing Onimusha 2 next week. Pray for my soul doing hell difficulty. Find me every other Saturday on Vaughn's channel for Saved by the Spell, and then most likely at some point in the near future for the part 3 of Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor. That is me. Sin, I believe it is you.
I have nothing to say.
All right then. I'm the CG. You can find me on a bunch of different places. Farting Tarts channel, most notably. You can find me on also on Vaughn's channel for Saved by the Spell. And obviously for the continuation of Candlekeep, I'll be around. Let's find someone to raid.
Do we raid Bosco again, or do we actually change things up?
I don't have anyone else to raid. I don't know about you.
Where's the Arkolf?
Arkolf would be
Cringe.
good.
Let's go raid Arkolf. Playing Split
Breaky.
Fiction. Bracky too.
Oh, Bracky? Bracky can be good.
Bromad.
Broman's good too. Actually, surprisingly, wait, Twitch, why are you showing me no one?
Go with Bracky.
Yeah, let's go with Bracky.
You have a raid message y'all can think of while I type the command.
Horse girls suck.
Sounds good with me.
CG.
Yes.
At least you didn't call her a pony girl. That has other implications.
A certain
On that note.
genuine song intensifies.
Alright. Show Bracky some love. Horse girls suck. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.